Hello everybody, and welcome to Hot Wheels Monster Trucks MatchUp 8. Alright, to start things off, we have Hot Wheels Racing 1. And say it with me, folks. Go big, go Hot Wheels! And Hot Wheels Racing 1 gets a point. Next up is Pure Muscle. And Pure Muscle gets a point. Next up is Hot Wheels Delivery. And Hot Wheels Delivery gets a point with a wheelie. Next up is Bone Shaker. And Bone Shaker gets a point. Next up is Stars and Stripes. And Stars and Stripes gets a point. Wow, so far everybody has gotten a point so far. Next up is Darth Vader. And no point for Darth Vader. Next up is Roger Dodger. And Roger Dodger is now toxic with his awesome new design. And Toxic Roger Dodger gets a point. Next up is Dodge Charger RT. And gets a point. Hold on, let me fix the ramp. Alright. Next up was All Beefed Up. Oh, there it goes. And no point for All Beefed Up. Last up is SpongeBob SquarePants. And a point goes to SpongeBob SquarePants. Alright guys, here are the monster trucks that have a point. There are 8 monster trucks that have a point. And it is Hot Wheels Racing 1, Pure Muscle, Bone Shaker, Stars and Stripes, Hot Wheels Delivery, Roger Dodger, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Dodge Charger RT. Now on to match 2. Also guys, by the way, before we start with match 2, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. And now on to match 2. To start things off with match 2, we have Darth Vader. Go big, go Hot Wheels! And Darth Vader gets a point. Next up is All Beefed Up. And no point for All Beefed Up. Next up is Hot Wheels Racing 1. And Hot Wheels Racing 1 gets a point. Next up is SpongeBob SquarePants. And SpongeBob gets a point with a wheelie. Next up is Hot Wheels Delivery. Ooh, and no point for Hot Wheels Delivery. Next up is Dodge Charger RT. And point for Dodge Charger RT. Next up is Roger Dodger. Ooh, and no point for Roger Dodger. Next up is Pure Muscle. And point for Pure Muscle. Next up is Bone Shaker. Ooh, and no point for Bone Shaker. Last up is Stars and Stripes for match 2. Ooh! And that is a point! Alright guys, here are the monster trucks that have a point. There are 6 monster trucks that got a point. And it is Stars and Stripes, SpongeBob SquarePants, Hot Wheels Racing 1, Dodge Charger RT, Pure Muscle, and Darth Vader. Now on to match 3. Match 3. Alright, to start with match 3, we have SpongeBob SquarePants. Go big, go Hot Wheels! Ooh, and no point for SpongeBob. Next up is Hot Wheels Delivery. And Hot Wheels Delivery gets a point. Next up is Dodge Charger RT. Oh, he was trying to get over SpongeBob, but he does not get a point though. Sadly. Next up is Hot Wheels Racing 1. And no point for Hot Wheels Racing 1. Next up is All Beefed Up. And All Beefed Up finally gets a point. Next up is Bone Shaker. And Bone Shaker gets a point. Next up is Pure Muscle. And no point for Pure Muscle. Next up is Roger Dodger. And no point for Roger Dodger. Next up is Stars and Stripes. And Stars and Stripes gets a point. USA! USA! Alright, last up is Darth Vader. And Darth Vader does not get a point. No! Alright guys, here are the monster trucks that have a point. There are 4 monster trucks that got a point. And it is Hot Wheels Delivery, Bone Shaker, All Beefed Up, and Stars and Stripes. And that wraps up Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Matchup 8. And I'll see you guys next time. And once again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And I'll see you guys next time.